Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it's Beaky with the Untitled Game Show, back once again on March 14th, 2016 with more video game news discussion. And we got a really important video game story for the industry in 2016. ID at Xbox, Microsoft GDC 2016 is underway, and there's one bulletin posted on their website that's going to be changing the industry for the future if the other companies are willing to agree, and that's what we're here to discuss today. Cross-network play. Microsoft has basically laid out plans to allow Xbox Live gamers to be able to play video games with PlayStation Network gamers and Nintendo Network players, or any other console might come out, as well as PC. Let's get into the exact posting here, what Microsoft had to say, and then I want you guys to go down into the description and let me know if you think that Sony or Nintendo would agree to actually implement a feature like this on their platforms as well. Let's hear what Microsoft said. First, in addition to natively supporting cross-platform play between Xbox One and Windows 10 games that use Xbox Live, we're enabling developers to support cross-network play as well. This means players on Xbox One and Windows 10 using Xbox Live service will be able to play with players on different online multiplayer networks, including other consoles and PC networks. Once again, including other consoles. So first thing he went on to say is that the first game to support the Windows 10 and PC feature and other network feature is going to be Rocket League. So Rocket League players will be able to play Xbox Live players along with PC players, a feature that has been enabled for the PlayStation version of Rocket League for a long time since it's been out, and same thing for PC. PC players have been able to play PlayStation players, but now Microsoft is even allowing it so if the developer and Sony would agree to it, it could literally be that people playing Rocket League could be playing against Xbox Live gamers as well. Is this the real future of gaming right here? Is this the future that I've been envisioning for the last 2 years, where I see these consoles separating themselves to just get gamers playing games? The more gamers playing games across different networks is just better for the industry as a whole. I can't believe that Microsoft, as a company that's been so tightly gripped on their brands over the last few years, is willing to open this up to actually allow cross Xbox and PC gameplay, but in the same breath include other consoles. So the big question here is Sony gonna enable it, so if developers want to, are we going to see Rocket League maybe become one of the first games where Xbox Live gamers could be facing against PlayStation gamers? Could it really happen? Could we have a PlayStation versus Xbox game night where, you know, it's a real console war, but we actually get to play video games together? I'm smiling. I'm like, this is exciting news. I like seeing these companies, these big major corporations open up and let video gamers play games. And I'm gonna give you guys my perspective on this. When I had a PlayStation 3, my good old friend, he had an Xbox 360. I kept on playing the game Demon Souls, right? Or was it Dark Souls? Dark Souls, sorry, not Demon Souls. Demon Souls came out after the fact, sorry. I mean, came out first, and that was a PlayStation 3 exclusive. My mistake there. It was Dark Souls, the first original Dark Souls on the PlayStation 3. I was playing the game. My friend Killer Snake, he had an Xbox freaking 360. He saw me playing the game when he came over my house and told me play it and everything like that, hanged out, and he ended up buying the game for his freaking Xbox 360, and I'm over here on PlayStation. We jumped onto Skype, we talked about how far we were in the game, we wish that we could play together, and now I see a situation that maybe, you know, a year or two from now, if Sony and Microsoft and even Nintendo agrees, who says a player playing Dark Souls 4, let's say whenever that comes out in 2 years, because I'm thinking this is going to take a while to all work out, like, you know, technology wise. Yes, Microsoft has opened it to work, but I'm sure Sony would have to get their network infrastructure to a point that's a little bit higher than it currently is right now, because as we all know, and you guys got a minute, Sony's network is not the greatest thing out there at times. It really just is not. So it's going to take some time, but I would love to see this be a possibility, and if it happens sooner, that's to be absolutely great. I would love to be able to have Xbox gamers playing along with PlayStation gamers, or even versing against each other. If it's co-op, if it's it just seems like such a great way to bring the gaming community together. And I think things like this would eliminate that whole entire console war mentality that's been going on in the industry for such a long time. Would Nintendo agree with this? They would be the one company that I just don't feel like would ever want to work with the competition. I just don't see Nintendo really wanted to work with Microsoft to have their networks be compatible, and plus there's not many games that are cross-compatible between, like, online games right now that are on Nintendo platform that's on an Xbox at the moment. But who knows, when the NX come out, maybe they'll have the next Call of Duty. Who says the next Call of Duty game? Why couldn't you have Call of Duty? If Activision agrees, the developers want it to work like this, wouldn't it great to have like a Friday night console war, a real console war? But let's actually have a match. Let's see what console's the best. Let's say the next Call of Duty game coming out in 2017 has this feature. And the Call of Duty game comes out on PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo NX. Wouldn't it be great if there's a little drop-down menu that called Console Wars, a one-week event, and everybody from the consoles get to fight against other console players as well? Maybe call me crazy here, but I just think this step right here for the video game industry is big news. Will it lead anywhere? I have absolutely no clue. Will it only be indie developers taking advantage of this? I have no clue, but Microsoft has put the invitation out there. Now it's just up to other console makers and developers to jump on the opportunity. And we have heard from other developers in the past that have said they just always wanted to do stuff like this. They've always wanted to connect their Xbox players with the PC players, you understand? Especially for the MMO type of games, because the worst thing could happen is you release a game on a platform and it's a multiplayer focused game and there's not enough gamers available to play with. But now that this cross-platform play, especially for MMO type of game, the more players playing, it's just going to make the world more interactive and more fun. I think this is great news. I know there's going to be some people hating on this, like, oh my god, Microsoft is just basically quitting consoles. I just don't think there's a negative side to this. Maybe there is, and that's why I'm asking you guys to comment down below. What are the negatives you can see coming from this announcement for cross-network play between PC and consoles coming from the Xbox brand? Let me know in the comment section below. Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with more soon.